Now, today we have the honor and the privilege of being joined by a good man, a man I've known for a long time, Akil the MC. Thank you for coming through, sir.
Man, thank you for having me, Soren. Man, this is it's an honor, man. I'm most appreciative of this, man.
Yeah, well, I've been, as you know, since I've known you, but I've been following you since the '90s, and very excited about that. That you're on Unique Access Entertainment with me, because I've been a fan of your work as a solo artist, and then, of course, with Jurassic 5. So thank you very much for coming through.
Man,
And one thing that I wanted to get from you is kind of always an elephant in the room with the non-gangster rap crowd in LA. But
right.
I always, I'm always intrigued, not being from LA, but then coming to LA, the perception for you before you started pursuing music as a career, when you were just liking music, you were just into it, um, and way before you started getting record deals and being on different labels and stuff. When you saw the Tone Lokes, the Young MCs, and these non-gangster rappers coming out of LA, and even the electro stuff way before that.
Right.
World Class Wrecking Crew and Egyptian Lover, all that type of stuff.
Right.
Once gangster rap then became a big thing, how were you as a fan, as a consumer, swayed, if at all? Did it make you think differently about how you were pursuing, listening to music, how you were consuming it?
No, not at all. Because, like as you had mentioned and stuff, we had our electro funk and stuff, and, hip hop existed in LA prior to gangster rap. So I wasn't affected at all because I had been rapping like how I'm rapping. I kind of got a little better and stuff, but how I had been I had already been rapping like that, and I was influenced off of gang members. A gang member taught me how to break. So the hip hop that I know, wasn't affected by the gangster thing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was more um it was more them just describing LA. And I'm from LA, so I knew exactly what they were talking about. So I understood it. So it wasn't really a problem to me. It became a problem when the media made it a problem. That's who made it a problem and stuff. It wasn't actually, because I knew that they were generally speaking and stuff, but then you had the media come in like, is this real? Is this not real? And, then you run into some people on the streets that's really in a gang, that's really doing, those type of things and stuff. Like, oh, they ain't real. They ain't real. And then, yeah. So now everybody's opinion is, oh, now that ain't real, or it is real. So now you got this keep it real type of, thing. So that part right there was kind of like, you know, weathering the storm of that and stuff because people, started thinking that everything that came out the West Coast is gangster rap and stuff, and that was the most trying thing, because we trying to get a record deal. So I literally had record labels like yo, you heard of the Uzi Brothers? Y'all need to sound like the Uzi Brothers. I'm like, we don't need to sound like no damn body. I thought that was the point and stuff, not to sound like nobody else and stuff, But then you had, had homeboys and stuff, like people that, you know, was making money in the streets and stuff. And they're like, yo, tell you, I think you need to rap like this and then get in the game and then you can switch up. And I'm like, always knew, I'm like, ain't no switching up, bro. It's like art, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you come out with, that's what you're gonna be pegged as. There ain't too many people that can switch up. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Be like, yeah, I'm doing gangster right now. I'm getting the industry. Now I'm finna just do some positive. Like, nah, bro. We ain't gonna let that happen and stuff. So
Well, that was always so bizarre to me, not being from Los Angeles, because growing up in Maryland and listening to the music and obviously getting it far, far away and not being there, like Tone Loc, Young MC, the DOC, even though he's from Dallas, but
right,
being with Ruthless and stuff, Rodney O and Joe Cooley, there was so much, even of this era when gangster rap exploded, that I never looked at LA as this one thing. I looked at LA
mm,
as a home for all these great things, and even low profile. wasn't really gangster.
Right.
Uh,
Right. Right.
and and speaking of low profile with DJ Aladdin and Joe Cooley and M Walk and Ralph M and all these great DJs, Tony A, obviously Dr. Dre,
Right.
Quick, there were so many DJs that were incredible that I thought were among the best, if not the best DJs at the same time. So I
No,
never,
definitely. Definitely. That was where we would laid our pride in and stuff, more so in the DJs than the rappers. The rappers eventually came, it eventually came or whatnot, but for the most part, we was like in awe of the DJs and stuff. That's what I grew up listening to, to the DJs or whatnot and stuff. So that was the main thing. And as well as the gang members listen to the DJ. Everybody listened to the DJs and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And and then I'm a 70s baby, so I grew up off of funk and soul and R&B and stuff, I didn't hip hop came when I was a teenager, but before then I was listening to other music. I wasn't even lit, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't necessarily influenced off of, you know, the whole gangster thing because it wasn't like it was a gangster party and stuff. Once it became in the 90s and stuff, then people get painted this picture like, oh, it's a gangster party, like, and like that's the place the fuck you don't want to end up at a gangster party. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's if you ain't a gangster, you know what I'm saying? Literally and stuff. So